Hello YouTube and welcome to another Proxmox tutorial. So in this video I'm going to show you how to protect your sensitive data with Ansible Vault. So are you ready? Let's get started. So as you have seen on my last video, I showed you how actually to provision an LXC container using Ansible, and that with the help of Ansible Playbook. Okay, so let me show you the playbook that we have created. So the name of the playbook is create-lxc.yaml because it's a YAML file. So it contains actually some instructions. We have actually just one task. The name of the task is to create LXC container, and we're using the model Proxmox. Okay, so here we provide actually the general parameters like the virtual ID, IP user, IP password in order to connect to our Proxmox. Okay, and also here we provide the password for our LXC container that will be created, the host name, which is Ansible LXC in this case, and of course we have to provide in which node we have to create our LXC container. Okay, and of course here we are given the details of the specification of LXC container. So we provide how many cores, how many CPUs, and actually where it will be also created, in which storage, and the size of the disk. So here you can see I give it 8 GB as a disk size, and for the memory I will just give it 512 MB. Okay, and you can also provide, as you can see here, the name server or the IP address of the LXC container that will be created using actually an Ansible playbook. Okay, so let's run once again this playbook in order to create our LXC container. Okay, so I'm gonna actually execute the command, but before that let's actually test the connection between our Ansible and our Proxmox, and for that you can use the command ansible -i, and here you provide your inventory file as you have shown in my last video. So my inventory file, I call it hosts, and before that I have to provide here all the hosts. Actually I have only one host, which is our Proxmox, and of course we are using the model ping in order to test the communication between the Ansible here controller and our Proxmox, and as you can see we have success. So this machine here where Ansible is installed can reach our Proxmox. So now we can execute actually our playbook. So in order to execute this playbook, the command is pretty straightforward, Ansible playbook, then we give it the name of our actually playbook, which is create lxc.yaml. Okay, so let's execute that and see what we get. So here there are some steps. So first of all, it's gathering some info about our host, and as you can see here on my Proxmox, the LXC container is being created when it reaches the task create LXC container. Okay, so we hope that there is no problem here. So you can see here the task has changed something, and finally we have OK equal to 2 because we have two tasks. The first one is gathering facts about our Proxmox, and the second task is to create LXC container. Okay, so you can see that our container is created, so we can launch it and verify that everything is working as needed. Okay, so let's provide the login that we have specified, Ansible.223. Here we go, we are in. We can also verify the IP address. It's .11.138 as we have specified in our playbook. Okay, We can also test the connection to the internet. We're pinging the Google DNS, so everything is okay, everything is perfect. But as you have seen, the name of this video is how to protect sensitive data, because actually in our playbook, so let me return back to my controller Ansible here. So let me show you the playbook, which is create LXC. We have here provided some sensitive data, which is the API user for the Proxmox or also for the password. But we should not do that because they are sensitive information, and of course the playbook are actually written in order to be exchanged with other people or put in repositories on the cloud. Okay, so in order to actually protect this sensitive data, all you have to do, first of all, let me delete this container here that has been created. So let me stop it. Here we go, because we will create another container with the same name and same info, but before to create it we have to get rid of this sensitive data. So my container has been stopped, and let's actually remove it. Okay, so the ID is 300. Here we go. So now the container that has been created using Ansible is gone. Okay, so let's return back to our Ansible controller. So as I told you, in order to get rid of these actually sensitive data, let's first of all delete it from our playbook. Here we go, here we go. So now the API user for Proxmox are gone. Okay, so let's write it. Here we go. So all this info, that this sensitive data, I have actually written in this vault.yaml file. Okay, and here I have to specify with this variable here, vars files, the file in which I put my credentials. So if I go here to this directory, you can see I have created a file called vault.yaml. So let's open it. Here we go, vault.yaml, and you can see that I have here the credentials. Okay, but still they are in plain text. So in order to encrypt it, we use Ansible Vault for that. Okay, so let's write Ansible Vault command here, and I will encrypt it, encrypt. And of course here I have to provide the name of the file, so vault.yaml. Here we go. So here we have to provide actually a password, so let's put it simple, Ansible.200. Okay, so let's repeat that. Actually I have mistyped it. Let's write it again, Ansible.2023. Here we go, Ansible.2023. Here I have an error. Ansible Vault requires the cryptographic library in order to function. Okay, so here I guess I have a problem with the Python tree, so let's install it once again. Python tree. So it's already installed with latest newest version. Okay, or maybe I need to install this library here using pip. Here we go. So let's run once again our encrypt command. So I will type my password here. So now the encryption is successful. So now let's see the content of our vault.yaml file using the cat command. and you can see it's encrypted. So we have successfully encrypted our vault.yaml file using the Ansible Vault command encrypt, okay, and it's using EAS 256 bit, okay. You can view it if you want using the same command, actually Ansible Vault. But here you have, if you want to view it, you use the command view, then the name of your file, vault.yaml, and of course you have to provide here the password that you have entered in the previous video. And as you can see, now you can get your file in clear text, okay. You can also edit it if you want using the edit parameters here. And once again you have to provide your password, and it's open in the VI editor so you can edit it. So now that our file is actually encrypted, we can use it in our playbook, okay. So let's view our playbook. So do not forget to add this command here, var files, and specify where your vault.yaml is located. You can name it whatever you want. I name it just vault.yaml, but you can name it, for example, password.yaml, and so on, okay. So now you can see here that actually we have also to remove here this API user, okay. Here we go, and I will just keep the password for the new created LXC container, okay. Here we go. So let's verify once again, okay. So as I told you, do not forget this command here, var files, and you provide here the name of your vault. But this vault here is still encrypted. So how to run actually the Ansible playbook command with the actually file which is encrypted? So it's pretty easy. If you want to execute your playbook in order to create your LXC container, it's pretty simple. Ansible playbook, and of course here the name of your playbook, but here you have to add -- ask vault pass, okay, in order to be prompted to enter the password for your vault.yaml file, okay. So let's execute it. So now you can see I have to provide the password for the encrypted vault.yaml file. So let's do it. And now it should once again create our LXC container. So here I have something API fatal error, maybe missing required argument. Yes, I forget something very important in our file actually. Sorry for that. So here actually I have to enter here the parameters for the API, but using the variable in our YAML file. So I will show you how you can do that. So actually let me add these lines. So here I will use, I need here to enter these two lines here, okay. So this is the API user, and of course here between curly braces I entered the Proxmox user, which is provided in our vault.yaml. So this is the notation in order to integrate the variable in this file here, vault.yaml, okay. So let's save that. Here we go, right and quit, and let me show you once again our vault.yaml, but we cannot read it because it's encrypted, so we have to use Ansible Vault and view. Here we go. So let's provide once again our password. Yes, I mistyped it once again. Ansible. Here we go. So you can see here those parameters Proxmox user and Proxmox password are the one that I have entered here in these two lines. Okay, so now I can actually execute once again my playbook with this ask vault pass. Here we go. So Ansible is the password for the file. So now it will create our okay, now I have another missing required argument, which is the API host. So let me open once again our playbook file. Yes, indeed, we need the API host, which is the IP address of our host, Proxmox host. Sorry for that, because I deleted when I was messing with the file. Okay, so of course here we have to provide API host, which is IP address of our Proxmox host. So now I guess everything is okay. We can execute finally our playbook file. Okay, I hope this time it will work because sometimes we have a lot of errors. Here we go. You can see now at the bottom that our LXC container is actually created with the host name Ansible LXC. Okay, so now everything is okay. So let's move to our Ansible LXC host. Let's start it and see if everything works like a charm. Here we go. We have our login, provide Ansible password. I guess once again I mistype it. Root Ansible 2. Okay, so now I'm in. Let's verify the IP address, which is correct, and we have connection to the internet. So you can see how to protect actually your sensitive data if you are playing with playbooks, Ansible playbooks using the Ansible Vault command. So that was just a brief video to show you how you can actually encrypt and decrypt your Ansible files or Ansible playbook sensitive data. As always, I hope it has been informative for you, and I want to thank you for viewing. Bye bye.